Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Adam here, aka the Sound Scotsman, and this is episode 21 of Smart Souls. If you haven't already watched episode 20, you should really go back and watch that now, as this is a continuation. So, the last time, I did say I was going to come back up here, but actually, you just literally loot that corpse, and then cut the rope, and cutting the rope drops a corpse just out here around the corner. Right there, that dead body. And that is a humanity. That's all it is. One humanity. Nothing special. Other than that, there was nothing else to get inside that building. So, first off, we're going to go ahead and grab the red soapstone. Straight in here. Up the staircase. Now you'll notice that in your game you probably still have a dragon alive here. But I killed him already, but I'll show you a nice easy way of doing that. But for the time being, when you come in yourself, if you don't want to kill the dragon right now, then just head straight up the staircase. Straight up here. You'll also notice one other thing. There is a corpse just there in front of us. That had Velkas' outfit. I'm going to get you that a little bit later on when we collect all the treasure. For the time being though, just go straight up the stairs, kill any crows that get in your way, grab the red soapstone, and then just either walk back or homeward bone, whatever you think. Up to get the red soapstone. I do not like this part, not gonna lie. Oh yes! I am absolutely going down for that drop. Ta-da! Red soapstone. Okay, so now you have the red soapstone. You can have a lot of fun when you get back out into the normal world with friends and, well, just anybody really. I'm going to show you one thing. See this corpse here? I had cut that off a rope up there. That was in episode 1. I had missed a body that you noticed that I hadn't cut. But before I actually filmed this, a few days ago I actually filmed a clip of me opening up this area and using the annex key. But the thing was that I got distracted with Souvenirs of Reprisal, and then I started to go over to the other side again. So I'd wasted several minutes. So I've actually just cut that straight out, and I'm just going to show you that clip where we get the miracle Vow of Silence, the occult Ember, and Velkas Rapier, which you actually need for the platinum trophy. So if it seems a wee bit weird that I'm talking about wasting your time and that kind of a thing in a second, all it is that I filmed this a few days ago. That's the only reason for that. Okay, so let's get on with it. It's this, because we have the annex key, don't we? So this is exactly where we're going. It's all coming back to me now. That was a little bit of a wasted 5 minutes or something, so apologies about that, but we will proceed on. There we go. Yeah, there was a little something here. Yeah, more crows, hopefully more Souvenirs of Reprisal as well, if we're lucky. They just sort of come out of nowhere, so just sort of be careful. There. Any souvenir? Nope. No such luck. He's a bit like a screamer ghost, you know? I'm trying to get them angled up so I can get both at once. They pick your head, no joke. And it is no joke. That's what he was going for. The But this weapon is really good for this. Miracle Vow of Silence. I'd forgotten about that actually. So that's another miracle off our list at the same time. Yeah, so we could go down that way and along, get the treasure, or we could go along down here. We'll grab that little piece that's been bothering us. The Velka set, okay. Remember, we were just standing over there a moment ago. Around the circle where the... Yeah, you can see. You know what I mean. That's where we were, on the other side. And the Ember is down this way. Along with something in here. Velkas Rapier, right. So we were able to see that from up there. That's where the hollows were hanging onto the building and came up and tried to swamp me. And there was lots of fire bloaters in there. These guys. And more crows come down here, I'm sure of it. That's the occult, well, the Dark Ember I think it's called, but it makes occult weapons. Dark Ember, there we go. Maybe the crows don't come if you actually kill some of them. The way we went around, because you could obviously have came either way. From either direction. Yeah, and then that's us back to the start. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. That's the level clear. It's now just time to go and kill the boss. Okay, before you leave the level, guys, and take on the boss, remember we do want those Souvenirs of Reprisal. You will thank me to not have to come back here in New Game Plus. Or even in New Game later. And of course I did promise you a Smart Souls method. And there you have it, folks. As they're landing, and you can watch that again if you want to, but before they land, start casting when they're in the sky. You get one there. He didn't drop anything, but the other one should be... Sometimes he lands down this way. Oh, there he is. He has a little bit of health left. But, you know, failing that, you don't have to do it that way. You could always just get them with the Great Scythe. Okay, let's see how easy it is to take on this dragon with a little bit of power within. I believe that is toxic rather than poison. I'm not 100%. Of course, the outfit I'm wearing drastically helps with that. There we go. Simple as that. No problems there at all. And that's a dragon scale. Lovely. So killing that dragon was purely just for fun. Obviously the dragon scale itself does come in handy, but the soul drop wasn't very much, and yeah, it was more just for fun than anything else. But the painted world has been really good to us. We got obviously the fire surge pyromancy, and we got the acid surge pyromancy. We now actually only need 2 more pyromancies for the pyromancy trophy, Bond of a Pyromancer. We need the chaos fire whip, and we need fire tempest, and that is actually us after that. So I've actually been farming in here for a few days now the Souvenirs of Reprisal, as I keep going on about, but I seriously suggest that you go ahead and do that. You only need 10. I got a little carried away and got 14, but planning on using them for a different character or something like that. So I've spent quite a while going in, farming the monsters ahead of us for levels, in between farming the Souvenirs of Reprisal, because it does get a bit dull and a bit boring. But like I keep saying, you know, it's either you do it in New Game or you do it in New Game Plus, and that would just suck. Anyway, it's time to take on the boss. So what I'm going to do is actually go in disguise a little here. Just use a little bit of hidden body to get past those guys that we like to farm. Hopefully they don't notice me with no footsteps. Yeah, it was kind of a clean run there. So you don't need the hidden body now. Back to the pyromancy, take that off. Oh, and of course, actually, before we do anything else, this blood shield. That is very clever idea to use that in this boss fight. Look at the bleed bar. That's pretty good. I'm also going to equip maybe Divine Blessing. Yeah, so we got all treasure except for the main thing that we came for. That's after the boss fight. So don't just watch the boss fight and then end the episode, because there's actually some even more important things coming up after the boss fight. Oh, and with regards to the stats, I'll just let you see that I've done a hell of a lot of farming here for the souls, and I'm now up at level 84. So, and bear in mind I haven't put my soapstone down for anyone to give them help or anything like that as of yet. I may do that later on today just for fun. But most of that levels came out of just farming those guys that were behind us. The 30 endurance was what I was actually really wanting, and then I decided to take the attunement up to 19 because it was already at 16, so I thought, you know, I get 1 extra slot out of it, I get 5 slots for 1, and then the rest of it I've just been pumping intelligence, trying to get that as close to 44 as possible. Once I'm at 44, then the next thing I'm going to concentrate on after the 44 intelligence is the strength. I want that up to 34 by the time I do the last boss in the game. Yeah, and watch these guys, they come out of nowhere. That knight there ahead of us, we can't actually backstab him, unfortunately. I wish we could, but it doesn't seem to work on him. Well, that's not really doing enough damage. We'll see if he bleeds. It helps the range, of course, of this scythe. I really do like this weapon in this level. Green shard, maybe? Large shard? Large shard. Okay, fair enough. I think that might even be a guaranteed drop from him, those large shards. He always seems to drop one for you. So if you guys bought the the Blood Bite ring from Cromwell the Pardoner, I don't have it, but if you did, then it would probably be quite a good time would be to actually use it now. I don't have it, so I'm going to opt for trying this. I'm going to try this out. I'm going to try the scythe. The main thing is I need the actual tail. We need to cut the tail off Priscilla, and it's obviously better to do it in New Game than it is to do it in New Game Plus. Yeah, there she is there. Now, you don't have to kill her now. You could, in theory, actually just walk straight away and she'll let you out of the level. But we want the Platinum Trophy, we want her soul, we want her tail. I would actually rather die than not get her tail in New Game Plus. In New Game, sorry. I'll try and cut that tail.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not. If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thy desires shall be requited not. Thou must returneth whence thou came. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind, but thou dost not belong. I beg of thee, plunge down from the plank and hurry home.
I wouldn't say the inhabitants are particularly kind. Right, we'll try this. Try and get the tail off this way. I was tempted to use the Zweihander, but last time I tried that it didn't quite work.
I expected as much from thee. Why dost thee hurry toward thine death?
Damn. Well, as expected, it didn't go great. Didn't it? See if we can poison her. You can obviously see the footsteps in the snow. So I don't know if I just didn't get her or if she is not poisonable. Oh Jesus. Look at that blood meter fill that quickly. That scythe is no joke that she uses. Oh! Wasn't quite quick enough with the blood moss there. I'll try and see if I can bring her out with a bit of Chaos Storm. I didn't want to spend all of it at once there. I obviously hit her there with it. Yes, there we go. Now bear in mind I have to let her kill me if... I have to let her kill me if I'm going to miss the tail. Yes! Got it! Brilliant! Okay, now she can die. So at least that answered the question that this particular weapon is okay. She's gone invisible, but I don't care because we got the tail. Sorry, Priscilla. You were a kind boss. You did let us. You were going to let us out of the level. Anyway, this is the key thing here. This is the absolute most important thing. Here. That item, Xanthous Crown. That's the main reason we came into this level. Do not be tempted to use that homeward bone. Do not be tempted at all to use that homeward bone, because that will just put us right back into the painting, which is no good. We have to fight our way past all these guys and then walk down there and back to the Darkmoon Tomb. Okay? So, I'll meet you at the Darkmoon Tomb. Okay, so we made it just down the steps there, past all the painted guardians, down the steps and straight to the bonfire. I've just rested at it, kindled it. Remember how to get this open? You just equip the ring, the Darkmoon Seance ring. This opens up, and now we can go down. I'm still part of the Chaos Servant Covenant, but I'm going to just abandon it the incorrect way because I'm already a sinner. And I don't care about the Chaos Servant Covenant, so I don't need to dip back in and out.
Great Lord Gwyn, tarnished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the Dark Sun, cast aside thine ire. Hear the voice of myself, Gwendolyn, and kneel before me.
So whatever you do, don't go through the fog. Just kneel.
Disciple of the Dark Sun, thou hast journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I shall protect thee, safeguarding thy person with the power of the Dark Moon.
So yes, I'll abandon my Gravelord Covenant, but I won't be allowed back into it, because I've done it this way rather than go to Cromwell. Likewise, it'll also make me a sinner, so there we go. Have that. Covenant established.
Now thou huntest.
Yep. Offer Souvenir of Reprisal. Yes. Want to offer 10. There we go, Darkmoon Talisman and Miracle Darkmoon Blade. So we can check that miracle off of our list. So if you want to have some fun with that covenant, you should maybe do it now, and then let yourself out of the covenant the legitimate way by going and speaking to Cromwell the Pardoner in time for the Four King boss fight. Okay? One more thing as well before we end the episode. I'm going to show you why we were really needing that Xanthous Crown. Okay, so I'm about to show you the #1 best crow swap in Dark Souls Remastered right now.
You give me.
Okay, so outfits. There we go, the Xanthous gear. Drop the Xanthous Crown. And then just quit the game. The reason this is so good is we lose a ring slot when we do the Four Kings. So doing it right now means we have a spare ring of Favour and Protection. A spare ring of Favour and Protection, so we can take off our ring of Favour and Protection if we need to, for the Four Kings fight, and then we have a spare one for afterwards. I mean, you already know that that's the best ring in the game, so it makes sense that getting another one of them would be the best ring swap. So, cheerio for now. I hope you liked the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.